Hey guys, welcome to the club. Ever wonder why some men who don't necessarily have the looks or wealth still manage to drive women crazy? Well, here's the secret. There are qualities that women value way more than appearance or money. In today's video, we'll dive into 7 irresistible traits that any man can develop. Some might surprise you, while others are often misunderstood by most men. Stick around till the end, and you'll learn how to use these traits to make women naturally drawn to you. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future tips. Number 1. Confidence and courage. Confidence is a game changer. It's not just about being loud or cocky, but showing strength in your character. Throughout history, confident and courageous men have always attracted women. It's because their strength helps to balance the insecurities women often feel. But let's be real. Confidence isn't just about putting on a show. Nowadays, women know exactly why you approach them or ask them out. The key is how you navigate those early stages, your approach, how you handle rejection, and the boldness to make the first move on a date. All of this shows how determined you are, not just in winning her over, but in going after what you want in life. Trust me, every woman wants to be with a strong man, no matter what they say. If you keep waiting for her to take the lead on dates, she'll assume you're not really interested. Women love men who know what they want and aren't afraid to show it. It's that directness that builds trust and makes relationships stronger. So, how do you build this confidence? Start by stepping out of your comfort zone. If you want something, go for it. Don't wait for someone else to make the move. It won't happen overnight, but practice makes perfect. And if you're thinking about intimacy, don't wait until date 15. Remember, a girl knows pretty quickly if she's into you. All she needs is time to trust you and get comfortable. Just be sure to walk the line between confidence and rudeness. Boldness is good, but it should always be accompanied by kindness. Number 2. Authenticity. Confidence also comes from being real, accepting both your strengths and your weaknesses. No one is perfect, but the people with high self-esteem aren't fixated on their flaws. Those who constantly worry about their shortcomings just end up sabotaging their own confidence. You might be insecure about being too short, too skinny, or even balding. But here's the thing. Women aren't put off by these things as much as how you carry yourself. Charisma, humor, and a good sense of style can do wonders. Just think about it. Are all the guys who succeed with women perfect? Of course not. Cristiano Ronaldo might be too glamorous for some, while others love Jason Statham's rugged look. When you accept yourself, flaws and all, it shows, and women will love you for it. It's important to work on improving yourself, but do it for you, not for anyone else. You can't please everyone, and you shouldn't try to. Being authentic is more than just embracing how you look. It's about how you behave. Don't try to be someone you're not. If you fake it or play a role to impress a girl, she'll end up liking the person you're pretending to be, not the real you. And that's a recipe for disaster, because women can spot a fake from a mile away. I've seen guys trying to act like alpha males, or sigma males, or whatever the latest trend is. But here's the truth. If you're constantly in performance mode, the girl won't feel relaxed around you. Instead, when you're genuine and confident in who you are, she'll feel comfortable and drawn to your natural vibe. And that's just the beginning. Stay tuned to hear the next 5 traits that'll turn you into someone women can't resist. Joking in your own imperfect way will make her feel more comfortable and relaxed around you. Plus, you'll feel energized on your dates instead of exhausted from trying too hard. The key is to be yourself. Embrace your natural behavior and focus on having a good time, rather than bending over backward to please her. Women are naturally drawn to men who are unapologetically themselves and don't put on an act to impress. Number 3. A guiding approach, not looking down on women. Now, I know this might sound controversial at first, but hear me out. When I say looking down on women, I don't mean belittling them. Think of it more like a father guiding his child, letting them be playful and a bit mischievous, but only within limits. The father sets boundaries while maintaining authority. Surprisingly, this same dynamic can apply when interacting with women. How many times have you found yourself putting a woman on a pedestal, especially when you're really into her? You try so hard to impress her, spending all your energy to win her respect and affection. The result? She may start to look down on you and be more attracted to the guy who seems indifferent or neutral. Why? Because a woman is looking for a protector, not someone who worships her every move. A man who constantly seeks approval or puts her on a pedestal doesn't come across as strong or desirable. A man who chases a woman too much or tries too hard can come off as mentally weak, no matter how physically strong or successful he may be. What women really crave is a sense of security, and a guy who spends his energy trying to win her over doesn't project strength. The irony is, you don't need to bend over backward or chase after her. Women respect men who don't need to prove themselves. A strong man understands this and doesn't let himself get caught up in trying to win approval. Women can sense when a man is weak, and they'll often take advantage of it. On the other hand, if you carry yourself with quiet confidence and remain firm in who you are, women will find you more attractive. Every woman, even the most independent, secretly desires to feel weak and protected by a strong man. If you're always trying to be the perfect gentleman, guessing her every want and need, she might start walking all over you. That's because you've set yourself up that way. The way she behaves with you is a reflection of how you behave with her. If she's gentle and kind, it's because she respects you. If she treats you poorly, it's likely because you've allowed her to. The bottom line, you need principles that you stand by. And if those principles are violated, don't be afraid to call it out. A woman will stop respecting a man who doesn't respect himself. A man without boundaries is easy to take advantage of, and that doesn't capture a woman's attention. Number 4. Healthy selfishness. Here's a big one. You don't need to do anything special for a girl unless she's done something for you first. This is crucial because many women interpret your generosity or attention as a sign of weakness. There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying no or refusing something that doesn't benefit you. This is what separates strong men from pushovers. Let me share a story. A colleague of mine once moved into a new office and quickly claimed a prime desk. A pretty girl asked him if she could take it, and he calmly said, "Well, I like it too." She pouted and left, and later on she came back with a different attitude. Guess what? They ended up dating, and it all started with him standing his ground. This kind of healthy egoism shows a girl that you're not just going to lay everything at her feet. It makes you more intriguing, unlike the men who are easy to figure out. A little bit of mystery adds to your appeal. When a girl can't predict you, she becomes more curious and interested. Don't be afraid to refuse when something doesn't align with your own interests. Women respect men who know their worth and aren't afraid to say no. Does this mean you should be stingy or selfish? Absolutely not. It's about balance. You can be generous, but don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. A good woman will understand this and respect you even more for it. Avoid the princess types who like to manipulate and play games. If a girl starts making unreasonable requests or tries to guilt you into doing something, don't be afraid to say no, and definitely don't apologize unless you've really messed up. Apologizing too often makes you seem insecure, and that's a quick way to lose her respect. Number 5. Flexibility. Being flexible doesn't mean being a pushover. It's about knowing when to stand firm on your principles and when to adapt. Women appreciate a man who can navigate different situations with grace and strength. The rest of the text continues. Charisma and a hint of mystery are two things that really captivate women. What's fascinating is when you dig into what women claim to find most attractive in a man, you often hear qualities like kindness, honesty, intelligence, and attentiveness. But here's the twist. When it comes to attraction, it's not always the nice guy who gets the girl. This proves something many men already suspect. What women say they want and what actually draws them in can be two different things. Women are often attracted to the unpredictability of the so-called bad guy. Here's the key. Keep them intrigued by mixing things up. Don't be a one-note guy who's either overly nice or totally bad. It's about striking a balance, switching between strong and tender, tough and sweet, depending on the situation. This creates an emotional roller coaster that keeps her engaged. The guy who can masterfully combine these traits will always stand out. He's the one women crave because he offers variety. Number 6. Sense of humor. Confidence in how you speak is essential, but so is the ability to make her laugh. Women value a man who can express his thoughts and feelings clearly while also being a good listener. Throw in a great sense of humor, and you're golden. Humor is one of the most attractive traits to women. It works regardless of your looks. Not every guy can be Chris Hemsworth or Henry Cavill, but if you can make her laugh, you're already ahead of the game. And if you are good-looking, a sharp sense of humor only enhances your appeal. Everyone loves to laugh, and for women, it's no different. Humor triggers those feel-good endorphins, and since women are naturally attuned to their emotions, laughing with you builds a bond. You might even find that on a first date, things don't click right away. But after some time, with a few good laughs, everything changes. This is more common for women because a sense of humor can really turn things around. However, be mindful of what kind of humor you use. Avoid dark humor or mockery. It can easily hurt feelings. Stick to light-hearted, clever jokes about everyday life, and avoid anything too harsh. If you want to sharpen your comedic skills, watch stand-up comedians and study how they structure their jokes. Practice makes perfect. Number 7. Passion for what you do. Another trait that really excites women is a man's passion for his work or his hobbies. Even if she's not particularly interested in what you do, there's something irresistible about a man who's fully engaged in his life's work. Having a purpose makes you stand out. It shows that you're ambitious and driven. And women are naturally drawn to men who strive for something bigger, who have clear goals. Women love hearing about a man's dedication to his craft. When you say things like, "I gave up everything for this," or "I stayed up all night working to make this happen," it shows how deeply committed you are. Interestingly, men who prioritize their passions above their romantic lives often end up attracting more women. By focusing on your goals, you demonstrate that you're a well-rounded person with a life outside of the relationship. One key takeaway here: don't change your passions or ambitions to please a woman. If you drop everything for her, she'll lose interest fast. And another thing, don't focus on trying to be a player who racks up conquests. I've known plenty of successful guys who've dated dozens, even hundreds of women, but they all say the same thing. It didn't bring them happiness. After a while, the excitement fades, and all those relationships blur into one. The playboy lifestyle often hides deeper issues, like low self-esteem or a fear of commitment. Some men chase countless women to feel validated, while others avoid serious relationships by constantly moving on. But here's the truth. It's one thing to be able to attract women, and a whole other thing to build something meaningful with someone. So if you want to truly connect with women, don't make it your mission to seduce every girl you meet. That path leads to emptiness and regret. Instead, treat relationships as just one part of a balanced life. Like any other skill, whether in work, fitness, or hobbies, nurture your relationships thoughtfully, and you'll find lasting happiness. I'm confident you've got this. And that's a wrap. If you like this video, drop a 100% in the comments. Don't forget to check out the next video on the screen. It'll reveal the 8 types of women who are most likely to cheat on you. Watch it now, and welcome to the club. Thanks for tuning in.